Hey there, YouTube. So, I came in the shop this afternoon and trying to figure out what to do. I've got a few things I could do. I need to put LEDs on the Land Cruiser, but I'm just not excited about that. But I am excited about brazing. So, I've got some of this 3/16 inch steel brake line. It is a hollow tube. And I just started bending away. I've got my benchtop bender, mounts to the vise, and I made the hoop to fit the Blazer body. I've got my spare Blazer body back there that I had on the monster truck. I used that to mock up, but I am planning on putting this in my yellow one. So, made a little jig here, kind of hold it all together. Just kind of let the way it bent determine how the shape of the rear bars is going to be. I was thinking I'd put them on top of the rear tire wells inside the back, but I bent them a little high, so the bottom section was longer, so it would work that it would put it in the floorboard as opposed to in the back of the body. Let me show you here. So my original thinking was to have them come down from the hoop and go on top of the tire wells, but like I said, I bent them and they came out longer, and also that's going to make it easier to braze together, because you can see here I've got it all on a flat surface and I don't have to try and raise these up to the height of the inner fenders in the back. So that's going to make it a little easier to work with. The only thing I've got to contend with is once this gets hot, my metal tray here starts moving and it's going to move around a little bit on me. So I've got to do some measurements and figure out exactly where and what angle and how I want this to look. I've already taken some sandpaper and cleaned the ends and the top off a little bit. I didn't do it perfect. It's just getting dust everywhere. I was kind of tired of sanding. This brake line does have like a rubberized paint coating. It's different. So yeah, I think it'll be a mess if it burns. So cleaned up the edges really good where they're going to be, so don't want to do that. And once we get it together, I'll throw it in the sandblaster for a minute and strip it back down and get it ready for paint. But for now, I'm going to try to figure out how I want this to look, and then I got to get the torch out, and I guess we'll get started. Alright guys, I've got it measured up as best as I can. I'm going to try to do this on camera. I don't know how it's going to go, so bear with me. Nope. Find the right adjustment. I don't want it super hot since this tube is hollow. It's going to melt pretty easily, so start by kind of warming up the area. Now these torch, it seems like the louder hiss it makes, so this, you can do cutting with this. So if it's hissing at you like a wildcat and your material's thin, you're going to have trouble. I did some of this tubing last night on the Amigo bumper, and it got hot a lot faster than the solid tubing did. So obviously it's less the heat, but just a warning. All right, almost there. And just my guess, moving it around. Try to get an even heat. See the end starting to glow. Now we're cooking. My torch may not be hot enough. Alright, oh. It's hissing at us again. Turn it up a little bit. Good, it didn't get too cold. Alright, move on to the other side. Now I may have to flip this over and hit the bottom of it a little bit, but it should be strong enough to hold. Yeah, that's what we needed. Just needed to turn the torch up a little bit. It's cooking now. Too close. Alright, that looks pretty good. Turn down the gas. There we go. Alright, so wrap this up here and let this cool for a minute, and then we'll check out what we've got on the bottom side. Alright guys, so the solder didn't make it all the way around, so I'm going to hit the bottoms just a little bit. I think I've got it at a decent angle. I've checked it. One of my arms was up just a millimeter, so I just a couple light easy bends, and it lined up perfect. So woo, come on now. Map gas is very there we go. Barely turned it on at all and you get a massive fireball like that. So make sure you follow all safety precautions and do this in a well ventilated area, and I'm not liable for anything you burn down because I'm not teaching you how to do this. I'm just showing you how I do it. That's my story. There we go. Alright. Start applying the heat again. My poor magnets keep getting burned. Those were brand new 2 days ago. Oh well. One good thing about this hollow brake line is it does cool down a little quicker than the solid tube does. Get anything in there? There we go. And it does work a lot quicker. Ooh, don't pop. There we go. That's good enough for me. Alright, I'll let this one cool and we'll see if we messed it up. Alright guys, I got it mocked up here in my spare body on the Juggernaut frame. I like it. I haven't drilled all the holes yet. I did the fronts. Still got to figure out a way. I think I'm going to have to JB weld some cut bolts inside, and then I can just bolt them down through the holes on the body. I'm not sure though. I'm not sure what I want to do yet. I'm not sure if I want to put it in the yellow truck. I'm just going to have the top on it most of the time, so I don't know. I have to take that top off and see what it looks like in there. I did hit it with the sandblaster, but it's not eating through this very well. I smoothed out the grind marks as best I could. I'll just primer it heavy and paint over it. But for now, I'm going to roll with it like it is. Get you in there a little better. It looks pretty good. And they'll sit flat. It's just a little tension's good in it, I think. So yeah, second attempt. What you didn't see on the camera is the left one was a little crooked due to my surface metal that I was brazing on was warped. So I tried to bend it and I broke it off. After I hit it from the bottom to try and reinforce the braze, it weakened the top, so it just came right off. So I had to redo that side, and that was a pain in the rear. It took me about 30 minutes of positioning and repositioning and trying to move it while I had it hot with the torch. So yeah. Hindsight, I think I would have turned the torch down a little bit and just worked the rod around. Got it. That's what I did the second time, and I'm not sure if you can see the graze on it now is much better looking. Come on. It's much smoother. It goes all the way underneath. So it's all learning as we go. Knowing that now, so next time I know how to adjust the torch better, and I know I don't need to heat it twice. Once it's heated, get it all in there and be done with it. So, yep, that's it for this video. Thank y'all for watching, and stay tuned for more. Please like, subscribe, and share, and see you in the next video.